Hello and welcome to the news brief for August 14th, 2020. So glad that you are joining us today, or as I might refer to it from now on, GSN. Not to be confused with SGN, some good news with John Krasinski, but there was just such an obvious connection. We just switched the letters around a little bit and we've got Good Shepherd news instead of some good news. So it seemed like an obvious thing to pilfer or to borrow. John Krasinski kind of encouraged people to do their own shows. So here we are doing Good Shepherd news, the news brief for August 14th, and it is my birthday. And tonight I'm going to celebrate my birthday on my back deck on my porch. So you are all welcome to join me on Zoom. So you should have received a Zoom link, or it's available. If you didn't get the Zoom link, just email me and I'll send it to you personally. But it's on Facebook. It's also on the bulletin that we send out each week, the information there. So that is available. Just click on that Zoom link and join in from tonight from 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock p.m. And the idea is just to hang out and enjoy each other. Again, I'm using my birthday as kind of an excuse for us to get together. So you can come and wish me happy birthday, but my greater point is that you might come and see someone on the Zoom that you haven't seen forever, and you haven't seen for months, weeks, whatever. And hopefully there'll be a chance for people to reconnect with one another. We can use the chat if it becomes too much audio going on, and just allowing people to connect again as we're trying to build that community even in this distance. So please come, 5 o'clock to 7 o'clock, anytime, come in, come out, whatever. Quick reminder also going on this weekend. So tomorrow it is the Feast of the Assumption, August 15th. It's not obligatory to attend Mass, but we are offering Mass at 8:30 in English and 12:15 in Spanish. It will also be on Zoom and YouTube. Also tomorrow I will have my Bible study at 9 a.m. I have that pretty much every Saturday, and we are starting kind of a new segment. We are looking at 3 letters of Paul over the course of the next 3 weeks. So what I do is I cover one book of the Bible, usually just one book of the Bible, in the course of an hour. And tomorrow we're talking about Ephesians, St. Paul's letter to the Ephesians, and then we're looking at Philippians and then Colossians. So if you'd like to join in on that, it's 9 a.m. Or you can watch it later because it is available later on Facebook and YouTube. Also, the food truck is this Sunday, the 16th, and I hope that you can participate in helping those who are in need. So now let's check in on how people are doing. Another little segment that I'd like to start doing. So let's go to you, Jama. How are you doing?
Well, hi, Jama. How are you today?
I am blessed, Father. Thank you.
Awesome.
Also, some people have been asking, what do we do when one of the members of our community tests positive for COVID-19? Some of you might have heard that one of our members tested positive, and so what do we do about that? Well, we try to respond, and I have been trying to keep my ears open to see if there's other cases. But it is a reminder that we are still in phase 3 of the Ad Astra plan of Governor Kelly. And that part of the plan, as it says right here, it's really recommended that we do not gather in groups larger than 45 people. That's what the plan says. And if that's not possible, then we should be maintaining 6 feet distance, wearing masks, having a little close contact with other people. And so we're trying to maintain all those things. We have directives from the diocese of what we are to do. But it is still a risk to come to Mass. Now, here's the CDC guidelines, right? So you have the lowest risk, you have the more risk, and you have the higher risk. We are somewhere, Sunday Mass is between a more risk and a higher risk. So should we be taking these risks? That's a fair question. Should we be offering Mass on Sunday in person? That's a fair question. But I think people should know that there is some risk involved, as there is with anything in our lives. COVID is a very serious thing, and we're trying to take it very seriously. It's not the only serious thing in life, though. And so we are trying to balance those things, trying to take every precaution that we can, but recognizing that we are not at the lowest risk, and you are not at the lowest risk if you were to come to Mass on Sunday. We're trying to minimize the risks as much as possible, but the lowest risk is still to stay at home and watch virtually. But many people would like to attend Mass, and so we're trying to facilitate those as safely as possible. But if you are still not comfortable with that, if you still are in a higher risk group or are not wanting to put any of your family members or friends at risk, there is still the possibility to stay at home. So I just wanted to remind people of that. And if there's an outbreak, well, then we'll address that. And if Father Ashmore or myself end up with the COVID, then we'll be quarantined, and the parish will basically shut down as far as masses and everything, because whoever has it has to stay in the house, and whoever lives in the house has to stay in the house. So basically things would be shut down. So at least that's how I understand it. So I'm trying to do my best to try to avoid contact with others, and yet at the same time trying to be effective as a priest and doing the things that I am called to do. So just a little response to that. I know that people have been asking about that, so there is that. So in other news, what's going on in the news all over the country is the schools are reopening or making plans for reopening or figuring out how do we educate our children this coming year. Good Shepherd has an excellent school. We're very proud of it. And I'm very proud of also of our principal and our staff and our teachers. We've had kind of a core team that have been working very hard on getting a wonderful plan that is going to be both very good on education, but also very good for safety, giving families the option at home or in the school. So, and we're going to maintain all that 6 feet distance, masks, all those kinds of things. But I'd like to take us over to see the core team a little bit at work. So here's a little cutaway segment. Tell us about what you're doing.
All right, well, here we are in Mission Central here for the school. These four lovely teacher, staff, ladies have been working all summer long, making sure that our school is ready to go, ready for safe learning and everything. So what can you tell us here? What you been working on?
So we are down to having cleared off most of our whiteboard from the summer. We got our classrooms moved, we got our reopening plan, we got desks moved. We are down to the final countdown.
Awesome.
Due dates.
Well, I've been really impressed about you've been here like every day working at this, right?
Pretty much every day for this seems to be the way it's
What it
going. At least the past month, we've been working really hard on a reopening plan so that we can make sure that we're trying to get everything, trying to get everything that the parents need to know so we can start school in a safe way.
Awesome. All right. Well, very good. So there's the list again. Just a few more things. Got to take care of those bees' knees there.
Yes.
Father, feed the people is gone.
Bees are important.
All right. Well, we're really excited. We're opening up in just a couple weeks now. So here we go.
Ready and excited.
And very excited.
Awesome. Very good. Thanks for all your work.
Thanks, Father.
Absolutely.
They're a good group. They were a lot of help.
They are.
I'm also very excited about the program that we are doing for the religious education for those who do not attend our school. I had recorded a whole segment about that, but I got something better. Nancy, who's one of our key volunteers and parents for the program, she's actually going to be on the program next week. So tune in for that and an update on what's happening for our religious education program. Also, last week I talked about the Fall Festival, and we are still hoping to do something resembling the Fall Festival this year, even though it's going to look very different. Mary Losick is helping me to kind of coordinate and come up with kind of a core team to put something together, something that could be enjoyed in a distance, and hopefully some sort of something that could be available in people's homes as well. So we're still talking about that, but we are hoping to do something resembling the Fall Festival that would be safe and distant this year. So thanks so much for tuning in to the GSN, the news brief for August 14th, and I hope that I will see you tonight at the backyard party. Until then, see you next week.